Did this video find you in North Carolina? Bosnia is doing better. Welcome to part 38 of the United States. Might as well be 50 third world countries stacked up in a trench coat. When it comes to developing nations, Bosnia does come to mind when I compare North Carolina, mainly because their history is so much crazier, but these outcomes don't match that, right? So North Carolina with 11 million people versus Bosnia's 3.2 million people. North Carolina has 840 billion a year being made GDP wise. Bosnia is about 24 billion. If you're doing the math with me, for every $1 Bosnia can spend on its people, North Carolina could spend about $8. You would think North Carolina would be doing at least half as good as a place like Bosnia with 8 to 9 times the resources per person. Not if you're pregnant. Bosnia is head and shoulders above North Carolina on health outcomes. 2 less babies can expect to be lost per 1,000 births, and 20 less mothers are lost during childbirth per 100K. Don't forget that this is America. In North Carolina, you paid out of pocket to see those odds. And you might be wondering, if North Carolina has so much more money, they've got to be investing it somewhere, not in your quality of life. North Carolina has a median income of 70K for households and 37K for individuals. You need at least 90K to be comfortable as one and 210 as a family of 4. Being born at the median income or less in North Carolina means making 50 to several hundreds of $1,000s less than what you need to be comfortable. In Bosnia, the average wage is about $1,200 a month, but you can live comfortably on less than $800. And don't get me wrong, this is not to say that you would be rich living at the median income in Bosnia. Literally nobody is. It's the median income. But I say this in all seriousness, I don't know anybody with a quarter of their income left after cost of living, not living at the median income, North Carolina or otherwise. In my opinion, the difference in crime rate is directly related to this. Crime and poverty go hand in hand in the United States. Capitalism has gotten so big and times have changed to the extent that you can't just escape these outcomes by being white. The median income versus cost of living and much higher incarceration rates are evidence of that. From what I can see, the main thing holding North Carolina back from developing past a place like Bosnia would be the racism. There is not a time in North Carolina's history where anti-blackness did not affect the outcomes and greater good for all of North Carolina. For example, about 30 years after slavery was abolished, Wilmington was a place with a thriving black business section and an elected government of both black and white residents. This ended up being a massacre on the level of Tulsa or other historically black communities that have been burned to the ground in American history. They literally ran into those political offices with guns, held the elected leaders at gunpoint, and told them to leave based on it being a biracial or a cabinet or a office, whatever you want to call it, made up of both black and white people. North Carolina was also practicing eugenics, forced sterilization, up until the late 70s, with the explicit goal of limiting the black population. It's almost like if they weren't spending so much time trying to hold black people back, they would have had more time to develop the state past the outcomes of a developing nation. Bosnia most certainly has a chaotic history. It by no means has ever been easy over there either. But it's crazy to think that a country 30 years removed from a civil war is doing that much better on any measure we could use to quantify what it's like to be born and live somewhere as an average citizen. It's almost like the ongoing war on North Carolina's black populace has taken precedent over the future of the state. If any real change is to happen, that has to change first. Put your city or state in the comments if you want me to do yours next. We are covering all 50 states with this series. Shoot me a follow if you want to see when I do yours.